Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Now I'm going to talk about example of Bloom's taxonomy. Before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Namira Dinda from Math Education International, Padang State University. Okay, first we are going to talk about Bloom's taxonomy level. There are 6 Bloom's taxonomy level. The first one is C1, remembering. It means recall or recognition of specific information. C2, understanding. It means understanding of given information. C3, applying. It means using strategies, concepts, principles, and theories in new situation. C4, analyzing. It means breaking information into its component elements to explore relationships. C5, evaluating. It means judging the value of ideas, materials, and methods by developing and applying standards and criteria. And the last one is C6, creating. It means putting together ideas or elements to develop an original idea or engage in creative thinking. The next one is about example of Bloom's taxonomy. First, C1, remembering. The example of problem is the formula to find the roots of the quadratic equation. The reason why it is C1 because the instruction of this question is recall formula roots of quadratic equation. Recall verb is included in cognitive domain C1, remembering. Next, C2, understanding. The example is if x1, x2, x3, x4 are roots of the equation of x to the power of 4 minus 11x to the power of 2 plus 8x minus 8 is equal to 0. Then find the value of the sum of roots x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to. Okay, the reason why it is C2 because the instruction of this question is determine the sum of roots polynomial. It can be solved with recall the formula of sums of roots polynomial. Recall verb is included in cognitive domain C1. Then, interpreting polynomial is done by corresponding the constant of variable. It is the definition of interpreted and include cognitive domain C2, understanding. So, the active verb in this question is interpreting. Next, C3, applying. The example is when the polynomial fx is equal to 2x to the power of 4 plus ax to the power of 3 minus 3x to the power of 2 plus 5x plus b is divided by x to the power of 2 minus 1. The remainder is 6x plus 3. Then the value of a and b is. Why it is C3? Because the instruction of this question is finding the value of polynomial where factors, roots, and remainder are unknown. It can be solved directly by factor theorem. Then, the action verb in this question is execution. It is include cognitive domain C3, applying. Next, C4, analyzing. The example is if log base 3 of 8 is equal to p, then log base 2 of 9 is equal to. The reason why it is C4 is because the instruction of this equation is finding solution of 2 logarithm unknown. It can be solved by breaking the elements of 2 into an equation that match with log base 2, log base 3, log-based tree of 8. Student breaking given information into its component elements to explore relationships. It included in cognitive domain C4 analysis. Next, C5 evaluating. The example is prove this statement and give the reason. Secant x and sin x always have the same sign in the 4 quadrants. The reason why it is C5 because the instruction of this question is proving. To solve this question, students have to understand previous materials. Students have to prove this problem, hence students can create the concept and find the new concept about characteristic of ratios trigonometry in this problem. Then the last one is C6, creating. The example is the sum of Nami's candy 5 times of the Dian's candy. Dian's candy 2 times of the Kiki's candy. Kiki's candy 3 more than Dinda's candy. The two variable linear equation that can be formed is the reason why it is C6 because the instruction of this question is creating. In this problem, students create the two variable linear equation from given statement. Students can create the two variable linear equation that they want, but this problem is multiple choice, so there is at least one right answer. This problem can't categorize into C3 applying. Even students can just choose the right answer, but they design and formulate it before choose the right answer. Okay, that's all from me. Sorry for any mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.